Hello, it's me again, CP Global Warming. Today I'm going to tell you some more stuff about global warming. The Earth, well, this is history on global warming in the past. The Earth's climate in the past. The Earth was formed about 4.5 billion years ago. That's a very long time ago. It's hard to say exactly what the Earth's daily weather was like in any particular place on any particular day thousands of millions of years ago. But we know a lot of the Earth's climate was like way back then because of the clues that remain in rocks, ice, trees, corals, and fossils. These clues tell us what Earth's climate has changed many times before. There have been times when most of the planet was covered in ice, and there have only also been much warmer periods over the last 650,000 years. Temperatures and carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere have increased and decreased in cyclical pattern. Can you see this pattern in the graph below? People didn't cause climate change that occurred thousands or millions of years ago, so it must have happened for other natural reasons. Today's climate is different. Today's climate change is different from the past climate in several important ways. This is the first reason. Natural causes are not responsible. None of the natural causes of climate change, including variations of the sun's energy and Earth's orbit, can fully explain the climate changes we are seeing today. The second reason. People's activities are the main cause. By burning lots of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas, people are overloading the atmosphere with carbon dioxide and adding to these greenhouse effects. People are also adding other heat trap greenhouse gases such as methane and nitrous gas into the atmosphere. This is the third reason. Greenhouse gases are at record levels in the atmosphere. For hundreds of thousands of years, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere stayed between 200 and 300 parts per million. Today, it is up to nearly 400 parts per million, and the amount is still rising, along with other greenhouse gases. This extra carbon dioxide is trapping heat and causing climate to change. And this is basically how it's been changing over the years. What causes global warming? Global warming is blamed on humans with 99.9% certainty. New studies suggest global warming is primarily a problem of too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which acts as a blanket, trapping heat and warming the planet. As we burn fossil fuels like coal and oil and natural gas for energy, or cut down and burn forests to create pastures and plantations, carbon accumulates and overloads our atmosphere. Certain waste management and agricultural practices aggravate the problem by releasing other potent global warming gases such as methane and nitrous oxide. See the global warming is urgent and can be addressed. Carbon dioxide survives in the atmosphere for a long time, up to many centuries, so its heat-trapping effects are compounding over time. Of the many heat-trapping gases, carbon dioxide puts at the greatest risk of irreversible changes. If it continues to accumulate unabated in the atmosphere, as it likely is to do in the global economy, changes if it continues to accumulate remains dependent on fossil fuels for its energy needs. To put this in perspective, the carbon we put in the atmosphere today will likely determine not only the climate future, but of the future generations as well. Substantial scientific evidence indicates that an increase in global average temperature of more than 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels poses severe risk to natural systems and to human health and well-being. The good news is that because we as humans cause global warming, we can also do something about it to stop it. To avoid this level of warming, large emitters such as the United States needs to greatly reduce heat-trapping gas emissions by mid-century. Delay in taking such actions means the prospect of such steeper cuts later if there any hope of staying below 36 degrees Fahrenheit temperature goal. Delayed action is also likely to make it more difficult and costly to not only make these reductions, but also address the climate consequences that will occur in the meantime. The consequences of warming the world. Over the last century, global average temperatures have increased by more than 1 degree Fahrenheit. The 2001 to 2010 decade is the warmest since 1880, the earliest year for which comprehensive global warming temperatures records were available. In fact, 9 of the warmest years on the record have occurred in just the last 10 years. This warming has been accompanied by a decrease in very cold days and nights, and an increase in extremely hot days and warm nights. The continental United States, for example, has seen record daily heights twice as often as record daily lows from 2000 to 2009. While the record shows that some parts of the world are warming faster than others, the long-term global upward trend is unambiguous. Of course, land and ocean temperatures is only one way to measure the effects of climate change. A warming world also has the potential to change rainfall and snow patterns, increase droughts and severe storms, reduce lake ice cover, melt glaciers, increase sea levels, and change plant and animal behavior. Regional actions add up to global solutions. Any action to reduce or eliminate the release of heat-trapping gases to the atmosphere helps slow the rate of warming and likely the place of severity of change at any given hotspot. Local sources of carbon emissions vary from region to region, suggesting that solutions are often decided at the community level. The Climate Hot Maps points to regional examples of climate-friendly energy, transportation, or adaptation choices. Some regions, however, must rely upon global solutions such as international agreements to reduce the carbon overload in the atmosphere that threatens them. Small islands, for example, are a paltry source of carbon emissions and yet are disproportionately affected by the consequences of global warming. Global carbon overload, accelerated sea levels rise, the very existence of low-lying islands. Individual, regional, and national action can all add up to global solutions, slowing and eventually halting the upward climate of carbon dioxide concentrations in the atmosphere. That's all for this video. Hopefully you watch some of my future videos. And this is CP Global Warming off.